heard you touching up on some parts about your mentoring young people our age, right? So I want to just kind of get a little segue now into UCA, right? So now people my age are in university, fresh out of university. There's no way they don't know the name Purple Caucus, or no way they don't know UCA Jamaica, right? So how were you instrumental in the development of a brand such as this one?
Well, it's a funny story. So Christopherson Nunez would have been one of my first interns, right? So about 2:00 one morning, literally, like I got up, called Chris, and I said to Chris, what do you think is the most valuable resource in the world? Most naturally, some people tell you it's oil. Some people might tell you it's precious metals. And I was like, no, it has to be human. The human side must be the most valuable resource in the world. So we started talking, and I was like, bro, you know what? This could become something massive. I drive down to UE, and literally Chris and I plot the path for what would be later known as UCA. So within that meeting, literally within 2 weeks, we had the company, registered, we opened, and bam, UCA was open in the December of, what's that, 2018? Yeah. And we literally started with a bang. So UCA would have actually complemented what I did for Intuit, because a lot of what we did was production, marketing, advertising, and also sponsorship management. So from there, it was just an easy way to teach students and pull them into a space where they could earn. One of the things I told Chris was, bro, your time is valuable. And as students, I see a lot of students run into jobs and they're willing to do them for free for internships. And I'm like, I don't support that. I was like, no, your time is still valuable. It should become the student who now begins to interview the person who wants to hire them. You as a student, why do you want to work for me? And because here it is, I'm interviewing you because I need help. Remember, most people don't just take on interns because they want to pay out some money. They take on interns because they need help. So maybe you as a student need to be interviewing me, because maybe it really is, why do you want to work for me? So that is one of the things that we'd have taught our students from the get-go. And I always told them, don't work for no. If you're not getting paid, don't work. Don't show up. It is not valuable. So from there, Intuit had a lot of big clients. And we also produced a lot of big events. Like our company would have produced events like Soiree, would have produced events like Marbano. And we also had large-scale productions. We also worked for most of the big banks and a lot of big events. Crazy story. One of the very first jobs at UCA was me. We're producing a production for Laska It Cool. And I'd have connected with BT, got some tickets and some passes, and this massive Jamaican promotion for 2 Jamaicans to go to the BT Awards. Do you know that I had a college intern produce that entire thing, down to the orchestration of the press stories, how we went to BGLC, that's betting, gaming, and lottery for a competition like that. The different checkpoints within the supermarkets with the ballots and the tickets that people had to buy to participate, from different students who were writing the media reports and the blast. So we had probably like a team of 10 people, and then the lead person actually had to go away with the winners as a chaperone. So they would have gone to LA, gone to all of the BT pre-events, gone to the BT Awards. They had to work out the hotel stuff, and I remember us getting a navigator, and they also had to drive that navigator abroad. So it was a super exciting job opportunity for that person. And then after, I would have taken them to a special BT dinner, with the real execs, and show them what it was. So the mission for me was to actually showcase, that there was another side. So I believe that if you can show a student, what they aren't used to, then they can actually grow into a space and want to achieve that. You see, if you've never eaten lobster and don't know that it exists, you will never want lobster. So that was the logics and the mentality. So every time I went into a job, we'd come in with an army of UCA students. And of course, I acted more as a mentor, where Chris was the person who was recruiting and, landing all the other jobs outside of the Intuit space. And of course, Chris has been nominated for the Prime Minister Youth Awards twice over. And, UCA has just done some really amazing things. Prior to COVID, we'd have just opened UCA Trinidad and UCA Barbados, registered those companies. Very early on in the game, Chris and Alexia would have gone away to, where was it? They went away to some European country to present a business case for UCA, which was also another amazing opportunity. They went to New York on another big conference. So UCA was a big thing, but for me, it was really a space to train students. And in fact, right now, our operations liaison for Wipay Jamaica came out of UCA. Straight out the back, right out of college. She's now the operation liaison and in charge of an entire department, the customer service department, and also the whole project behind WeShops, which I'll get into in a minute. And then she recently also hired 4 UCA graduates. So again, UCA is really this special place. It's just really mind-blowing when I think about what we've been able to achieve with UCA. I don't know if you guys know that I also produce something called Carnival Glam Hub, which is something that I must get into, before we start talking about the Wipay story. So I don't know if you have to go into that now.
Right, I do know about Carnival Glam Hub. We love to hear about Carnival Glam Hub, especially me.
All right, so Justin, I don't know if you're familiar with a girl called Gabrielle Waite. So
Yes, I believe so.
Gabby was one of the UCA execs. In fact, UCA, we had an executive team of which there's a Gabrielle Waite, there's an Alexia James, there's a Shireen Anderson, Romar Swaby, and really this was the immediate team that surrounded me. So for one Carnival execution, we'd have had clients such as iCool and clients such as CPJ, and we were doing this whole bunch of promo girls, from costume to makeup to transportation, logistics, the whole 9 yards. So Gabby, we needed a makeup artist. Because for Lasco, we had like about 60 girls to do makeup on. So Gabby said, "Hey kids, we don't need to go outside and put out an ad. I can do the makeup." I said, "No problem." So that year she did the makeup. So for the following year of Carnival, she said to me, "Kibwe, you know what? I already have like 4 bookings because people saw what we did last year." So I said to Gabby, so you found that exciting? You have 4 bookings. I was like, "How much money that is?" And she's like, at the time it was something like 16,000. And I was like, "So you think that's money?" So she goes, yes. And I laughed. I said, "Gabs, why don't we create something called Carnival Glam Hub, where we now have like 50 people, maybe." So I go ahead, I rent out the ballrooms at Pegasus, and we put out a couple ads. And I kid you not, after 3 weeks of basic promotion, we had 100 people booked for Carnival Glam Hub. We had to take on 8 additional makeup artists. And by the following year, we went to Barbados, repeated the formula, had 80 people in Barbados. Then it comes back to Jamaica, and we do 800 people. And then we go to Trinidad and do it for 2 days and have 600 people show up. And it moved from a $16,000 excitement to millions of dollars.